This Matrix Lord 212. Hello, everybody. So I had to sleep, and I woke up, and I have a fresh perspective on things. Um, so for months and months and months and months, I've been talking about the 2025 Christmas special, and all the information I got from the Christmas special was from Marty. Okay. Recently, I was just puzzled that I've been talking so and getting so busy about the Christmas special, and that Noel, all of a sudden, who had agreed with Type 40 that there is no Christmas special, had all of a sudden started talking about a Christmas special that he got information from that organization. So immediately I lashed out at him like, you're a thief, because, like, you weren't getting busy talking about a Christmas special, and now because I'm talking about it, you're talking about it. So for whatever reason, Noel reached out to a certain section of his fan base that um, he was able to manipulate. And the youth, of course, they do things certain ways. So this person on Twitter had sent me 30 memes of the same meme saying the tartar zone is living rent free in my head with the tartar zone on my head. And he did a meme on this. And I'm like annoyed by it, right? And then every couple hours or whatever, he sent me exactly, I believe, 30. And then he kept 30 and 30. And I kept flagging it with Twitter, thinking that, oh, maybe Twitter would see that's harassment, because he is harassing me. And he's not stopping, and he's doing it, and he keeps changing, and he can do it. And I'm like getting annoyed. And I said, you know what, kid? Uh, Regardless of whatever you got going on, that doesn't give you the right to harass anybody uh, with memes and attack people. You don't get a free pass. You're not going to get a free pass from what you are, what you do, what's going on in your life, to be allowed to commit crimes. So I had started sharing videos on each of those 30, 60, 90 memes, right? And of course, the Tartar Zone. I reached out to the Tartar Zone, and I said, it's kind of creepy, dude, that you're, manipulating certain fans of yours that I think has communication skill problems, and you're just doing that. And of course, he makes I guess, a post, you know, saying that he didn't do anything, and that the usual Tartar Zone nonsense. So then I'm like, well, let me see. The kid is claiming to be from Gallifrey Base, and he's making a lie that I'm taking stuff from Gallifrey Base. Now, again, every single information that I got from the Christmas special was from Marty. So Marty was my source on the Christmas special for months. So I don't go on Gallifrey Base. I don't even have a login. I don't have anything. I have never gone on Gallifrey Base, ever. So Marty will even tell you he gave me the information about the Christmas special. So um, you're lying about me, kid. But then he's still going on with the memes, and he's not stopping. So I'm like, well, you know what? Maybe I should try to reach out to somebody on Gallifrey Base and say, hey, this kid is being manipulated by a Tartar Zone, and boom, he's giving you a bad name, you know? And then I looked into it, and I saw that Amazon EU was an affiliate connected. And I'm like, oh, well, I make money from Amazon because my stuff that I do, my books. So that would be great, because if Amazon ain't getting money or losing money, then they will drop Gallifrey Base, right? So I was like, okay. So I started making waves, contacting certain individuals, because here's the thing. I don't understand why, if you don't agree with something in Doctor Who, like I'm part of the I Love Doctor Who in the new era, all right? And people do not. But you don't bully people off the platform. And this was what Noel was doing, and now he was getting his people that he's easy to manipulate because they have communication skills problems. He's easy to manipulate them to do whatever he wants. Sort of like Problem Being does too with Jackrabbit. But anyway, um, I was having a problem. And then it was pointed out to me, after I slept, I got a new perspective and everything. Um, just block the person because he's not stopping and he's not going to stop. And he doesn't know he's doing anything wrong. So just leave it at that. But I just wanted to come on here and basically say that, harassment's a terrible thing, um, especially being bullied because of loving a television show. And I'm actually stronger from my sleep than I was before. And I'm going to start to do things that is basically going to redefine everything. You see, I'm always been against bullying, but I think I need to take a stand on that and show everyone that it's okay to like Doctor Who, even though you don't like Doctor Who, some people. But you shouldn't bully a person off the platform. And I was getting very critical and annoyed of Noel lately, going against women, going against trans people, going against this, trying to make people feel uncomfortable, trying to push them off the platform because of what they want, what their beliefs are, what their sexual orientation choice is, or their gender choice is. And he's been bullying people off the platform. And I felt that was very, very wrong thing to do, especially that he's trying to get the show canceled more than ever now. And I'm like, wow, that's really, really wrong. And it's coming out more and more that he's a bully, and he's getting more erratic because I'm calling him out on his stuff to do with making threats like he can beat me up and stuff like that, because that's a basically mental illness sign that he's failing. And I'm living in his head rent free. I mean, he's the one that admitted that he has mental problems, that he had to create diss tracks and music and AI with misspelled words to deal with the fact that he's going through stuff in his country that he can't control. So he thought he would fight for his country and think he'd get stuff done, and he's not getting anything done. So now he's going back to Doctor Who, and he's trying to bully people in the Whovian community like he's trying to bully people in Ireland to take over, and failed. And I'm making a big deal about this because this individual is doing a dangerous, dangerous game. I mean, I think parents don't know what this guy is doing. He's basically manipulating people's intelligence levels, and he's preying on weak individuals that he can control to be in and create an army for himself, to spread hatred. And then he's turning those people into hate mongers against a specific gender, specific race, a special or sexual orientation. And this is a big, big deal in the Whovian community. This is a bad idea. And he's getting certain friends to do this too, where they think it's okay to harass people. Like his same friends that saw me getting harassed and bashed, and the stuff that Noel's done in weeks, like getting together on Twitter, making fun of people's health, especially my own, or trying to find out stuff to do with my health so we can make fun of it. See, on one hand, Noel started making up shit that I'm on medicine. And then when he found out I wasn't on medicine, he's like, well, you should be on medicine. So he's not a doctor, obviously, and he's not in the medical field. But then his friends started making fun of my sugar. That, oh, I shouldn't have sugar. Well, according to my medical ailment, I need to have sugar or else I could die. So they're not experts at all. And they were laughing at me. And I got really mad that these people were just laughing at my health. So I basically called him out on it. Then this guy blocked me. That's fine. Because when you start making fun of a person's health, anything goes. Like, I'm going to just go after you and expose you. So, there's a whole perception of, even too, people have reached out to me about my podcast. And look, here's the thing. I don't like bullshit in the Whovian community. And regardless if I like your podcast or not, if you're spreading bullshit about the news, that's not true, right? Like Type 40 had said that Disney is done. That's not true. And I said, hey, Dan, that's not true. And then he's saying with 100% certainty that his source said that it is true. No, it's not. It's not. And it's very telling because I even talked to Dan in private, and I even clipped his stuff for him to see exactly what he said. So it's his own words that I put in the title based on his speech. I wanted to show him how wrong he was, that maybe it's his opinion that's overriding his his professionalism. Like he doesn't like Shooty, he doesn't like Jody, and he hates Shooty, and that's coming through. And he's like he's saying, oh, how Shooty's 3 years on and only 10 episodes, and then he's not thinking that he made an error because he's not talking about the episodes that didn't air yet. You know, the whole new season. And he's saying, like, what has Shooty done? Well, when Shooty films for 10 months, he's doing Doctor Who, isn't he? But then when he was off for 2 months, he's doing movies. But then you want to come hard on him because he doesn't have movies out. Well, the movies are coming out, Dan. So I think, honestly, in my opinion, Type 40 podcast on the anniversary of the 200th episode had Dan's dislike for Shooty and Russell T Davies had made him make an announcement that's really not true. And again, people have called Dan out on him in Type 40, like Dr. Freedom and other people, Mr. Charles Reviews, that's nonsense. They're just renting space in Bedwolf Studios. There's no announcement. There's no Disney dumping anything. And then Noel, who said he's the champion of getting the news correct, is going with the incorrect news, of course, and going by whatever Type 40 says and trying to promote that when there is no evidence. There is no, and then Dan being taken the liberty to say that Disney Plus would have a power to stop the Christmas special when Dr. Freedom's laughing at him because, boom, they don't. Okay, there's going to be a Christmas special every year. But, of course, somebody that's connected to Type 40 decides to ask questions to Russell to get him to give information in an interview for Radio Times, I believe, or Cult Box or whatever. And he's not going to answer. So he's going to be like, oh, there's no Christmas special. Because the Christmas special is tied to the spinoff, The War Between Land and Sea. And The War Between Land and Sea is connected to the finale of season 2. So they can't tell you what the Christmas special is, right? Even though we've been telling you on the Real Whovians cast, like Marty has told me the hints, and then Todd own leaked about it being, Alice in Wonderland type, which, again, that's what Moffat had said, the claws of the spider. There's a spider in Alice in Wonderland, and it was like a whole thing. So I have gotten that from Marty, not from Gallifrey Base, and maybe Gallifrey Base got it from my show and then posted it as their own. But I didn't steal anything. So, and I don't steal anything. If I get anything from it, I say where it's from, and I got it from Marty. So, and Marty works in the industry. He doesn't work, for Gallifrey Base. So, just want to give you truth to what's going on. Noel's an ambulance chaser, and he's going to do things on his channel that are relevant. So when he sees that, yes, the Christmas special is happening, even though his buddy from Type 40 says it's definitely not happening, he's seeing that I'm talking about it so much. He's like, oh, maybe it's true. Oh, but it is mine, while calling me a liar. And then he starts talking about it like, oh, But, dude, you're a hypocrite because you just went on to make it like, there's no Christmas special, there's no season. But now you're realizing you need to talk about Doctor Who and make money. So now you're going to go with it. So you are stealing shit because you don't know what you want to do. If you want to make a diss track or if you want to make an AI generated TARDIS with misspelled words on the top, you're just loony skipperoonie. You're a nutter. You're crazy. And you're crazy. The fact that, you know what you are? You're Napoleon. You're a little Whovian Napoleon that is a general, and you're going to people that have ailments and disabilities or different things, and you're manipulating their intelligence to control them. And just like Problem Being does, he has a pet projects. Like when he was hiding behind a fake Twitter account, he was telling the person that claimed to be Memory, who told me that his pet project was to work on David Travels Through Time and manipulate him to do stuff. So yeah, Problem Being has apprentices like Jack and others. So Noel is doing that too because he's not smart enough. So he's He's going after people to manipulate them. But anyway, this is the shame of the Whovian community, the Whovian shame. And it's sad. And look, there are many podcasts out there besides Type 40, and there's my podcast, and there's Noel's, and others. But the thing that was interesting was the fact that Type 40 flat out made it where the track record, the hit record was 100%, so he's not wrong. And of course, he has been wrong, and he's going to be wrong. But this is going to be the one kicker that's going to define the Type 40 future. And I'm not being crazy or erratic or nasty. And Noel too. You put all your ducks in a row, you're gonna have a problem. So, the thing that would basically shatter and show that Type 40 podcast is completely wrong is the fact that when a Christmas special shows up in 2025 and when season 3 is on Disney Plus, he will be proven wrong because Disney would still be going on, wouldn't it, with Doctor Who? But of course, Noel will spin it. Noel will spin anything to not give me credit that I'm correct with everything. And Noel's always been about riding my coattails and getting mad that I've been right about things. So he's been making a lot of money talking about me and my expense, and now creating an army of kids that just have issues and communication skill problems. And he's easily manipulating them to be his army to attack. And then if I attack them, that would be wrong because they're this and they're that. See what I'm saying? That's smart in a sense because, I would be looked upon like a real nasty person fighting that person, and I wouldn't do that. So that's why it's like just let them talk because they don't know any better. But again, me trying to be a big part of this Whovian community, educational purposes, like to tell that people, like I'm trying to educate the Whovian community to be open to both opinions. I mean, I'm a big part of the Whovian community besides that, but the point is that with all my videos since 2011, over 14,000 videos, and most of it Doctor Who, so I don't need to question if I'm a big part of the Whovian community. I know I am, but I need to educate people in the Whovian community that are trying to say there's one choice, and that choice is Doctor Who get Disney Plus cancellation, and that's wrong. So I'm trying to show that people are okay to like Doctor Who, and you don't have to be bullied out of the community like Noel does. And as well respected or as big and promoted that Type 40 is, they're completely and utterly wrong. And it doesn't matter what their job itinerary is or like what their track record is or where they work in the industry. They let their opinions take over their professionalism and made an announcement based off that. That is totally untrue. Disney Plus is on board with Doctor Who, still on board. They're still going to be on board in March, April, May, June, July, August, September. They will make an announcement after the spinoff because they don't want to hurt the ratings. But you will find that they also understand that they can't let Russell and the BBC wait. So while they're making decision, the most smart thing would probably be, hey, we're going to renew it until we decide otherwise. But I already know the answer. I already know it's renewed. They got the money. It's just a matter of the key thing is how to film it and do what they have to do with Doctor Who season 3 when Shooty's under commission without people finding out about it because Disney Plus is not ready. That's going to be an interesting thing. But we'll see. All right. Take care. Bye for now.